Welcome back to APN, Apex Prey News. Glad to see you guys back here. So today we have a special topic, my homeland. So for the first time in 200 years, Mexico has elected a female president. Her name is Claudia Sheinbaum. Claudia, a lifelong leftist, has a PhD in energy engineering. As an academic, she's authored over 100 articles and 2 books on energy and environmental changes for sustainable development. She's also Jewish, so that reads. Claudia was one of the scientists and policymakers of the IPCC, which received the Nobel Peace Prize in 2007. As she continues down her political path, one of her biggest challenges to face now is the sudden uptick in violence that has left 37 candidates assassinated in this election. This surpasses the previous record of 36 assassinated candidates in the 2021 election, so she's also breaking more records. Now, if I were a candidate running for president in Mexico, I wouldn't. Now over to Ethan with history.
Thank you, Cisco. Wow, a Jewish person leading Mexico? Maybe she can think of a less violent way to start making some money. I was going to do the history on Jesus Christ, but I realized that that's kind of more in the sci-fi genre. So instead, I'll talk about where Jesus came from, Vietnam. The Vietnam War was a long, costly, and very divisive conflict that the back-to-back World War champs couldn't help but stick their noses into. The war started as a feud between North and South Vietnam and ended with a communist victory over the capital of South Vietnam, Saigon. Saigon these nuts. Somewhere in the middle there is a small story about how the US government was killing civilians over poppy fields for opiate production, but I won't get into that today because I don't feel like getting JFK'd. So let's continue. This war was very long and very brutal. Over 1.5 million military personnel and over 2 million civilians were killed. Many believe this was one of the biggest wastes of U.S. resources and one of the most unnecessary conflicts for the U.S. to have ever gotten involved in. But if you ask me, I think it's irresponsible to put a limit on civilian casualties when trying to instill democracy. God bless America, God bless Joe Biden, and God bless drone strikes. Socks, over to you at the Dog Pound.
Thank you, Ethan. And God bless America. Welcome back to the Dog Pound. I am your sports anchor, Socks, bringing you the latest in sports news. The Boston Celtics defeated the Dallas Mavericks 107-89 last Thursday, bringing the Celtics to a 1-0 lead in the series. Game 2 is tonight at 8 in Boston. Go Mavs. The Cleveland Guardians defeated the Miami Marlins today 6-3. The next game is Tuesday, June 11th against the Reds in Cincinnati. The Guards are 42-22, still in first place in the AL Central. Now let's keep winning, Cleveland, and get to that World Series. The Florida Panthers defeated the Edmonton Oilers 3-0 in Game 1 of the Stanley Cup Final. Game 2 is Monday at 8 p.m. in Florida. Now, I don't know much about hockey, but it is fun to watch. And that's all I got today for you in the Dog Pound. Now back over to Cisco.
Thank you, Socks, and God bless Mexico. And thank you all for tuning in this week to APN. Now let's get to the podcast. My homeland. I hate this part. Claudia, a leftist, on energy and environmental changes for sustainable all right. Yeah, that was too much. She's authored over 100 articles and 2 books on energy and environmental sustainable development. Damn it, that wasn't it. As an academic, she's authored over 100 articles and 2 books on energy and environmental changes for sustainable development. Yeah. Let's go. Fuck. That was tough. She's also Jewish, so that reads. That was so hard to say with a straight face, bro.
Sagon. Sagon these nuts.
That was so dumb, it was funny.
But if you ask me, I think it's irresponsible. Fuck, I'm gonna just need to memorize this a little bit because I can barely even see the fucking words looking at that light. God bless America, God bless Joe Biden, and God bless drone strikes. Socks, over to you at the dog pound. I kind of fucked up the word drone. Should I retake that? God bless America. Fucking fuck, dude. I stuttered. It's just hard to sell it because I don't believe this. You know what I mean?
Gotta believe it.
Okay. All right. I believe it. Fuck commies.
I am your news. Fuck.
And also thank you to you. And also thanks to all of you for tuning in to APN. Make sure to tune in next week.